Hey guys, what's up? I'm getting an urge to do a reading with this particular oracle deck. I actually just did a couple readings. I was gonna stop, but then I don't know. This deck was like, pull cards for me. So I was like, oh, all right. We've got loneliness at the bottom of the deck. Imagination, fright, withdrawal. All right, now this imagination card looks happy, but this isn't happy. Um, Somebody's imagination's running wild right now, but not in a good way. This fright card says depression, phobia, paranoid. So it's like the imagination's not seeing things for what they are right now. It's it's like trying to figure things out in your head. You know, you're trying to imagine like what things are, like playing it out this way or that way. But right now you're it's kind of like creating like a living nightmare in your head. Then we have the withdrawal card with quit, awakening, rejection. All right, so somebody's having an awakening and they're feeling rejected. So their imagination's just going to all these dark places where it's lonely, um, isolated, and disappointing. I'm sorry. Whatever this is, I'm sorry. Having to wear a mask. Trying to pretend like you're not lonely. Something ended. Something ended, and now it's like on the outside, you're wearing this mask so people don't know that you're lonely, but on the inside, you're trapped. Um, but you're not. You're not. You don't see the light yet. You don't see the light yet. Like, see how this imagination, I think this imagination card came out for a reason. To show you that you don't have to be in this consciousness of lack and depression and isolation. You can use your imagination to manifest a different reality. I did a reading earlier. Again, it's coming up. Your perception is your reality. So if you perceive something to be dark and frightening, like look at the color match in these three cards. They all look kind of dark and gloomy. But it doesn't have to be. That's why the imagination card is here. Look how much brighter it is than the other cards. You can transmute this. But the thing about awakenings, you do have to withdraw. You do have to withdraw, but you don't want to withdraw and go into a depression. You want to withdraw and really tap into the positive aspect of your imagination. Don't let it run wild into a dark place. Let it run wild into a bright place of what is this awakening teaching me? All right, I feel rejected right now. Um, but why was I rejected? Why do I feel rejected? Um, Feeling lonely. So it's like if you're rejected by another person, why do I feel rejected? Because they don't want the same thing I want. Um, well, what that is telling you right there isn't that you suck and you weren't good enough. What that's telling you right there is there's a boundary issue. There's a difference between you and a difference between them. And you have to accept what they choose for themselves and what you choose for yourself. If they choose that they don't want something with you or this connection, um, you can either choose to be upset about that, or you can choose to say, okay, I understand we're not compatible. We're not compatible, but there's someone else out there for me that is. That's the brighter side of the imagination. There's someone out there for me that's more compatible because this person wasn't. So if I got into a relationship with them, had they decided to give me a chance and they're not compatible with me and we're not aligning, then I would end up much more hurt than I am now. That should be part of the awakening. Some people get hit with an awakening and they don't see what it is that the awakening's trying to show them. It's like, when you're in the house all day and then you go outside and like the sun's like blinding. That's what an awakening's like. You can't really see at first. You can't really see at first. You need time for your eyes to adjust. You need time for your imagination to adjust. Rejection it feels, the frequency of it hurts and it's very low. So your imagination is going to go to a negative place. But the awareness, if you don't have awareness, something's going to be trying to give you the message of the awareness, and it could very well be this video. This could be the first time you're having awareness of, wait, okay, I don't have to be in this dark space. There is something brighter out there for me. And like when you do go outside and the sun's blinding at first and your eyes adjust, like you have to help self-regulate your emotions and your thoughts, because your emotions aren't going to regulate themselves. Your mind isn't going to regulate itself. You have to be an observer of your emotions and your thoughts and then ask questions about them. Well, why do I feel that way? All right, this person rejected me. That hurts. Why does it hurt me? Well, because I really like them. Well, why do you like them? What is it about them that was fulfilling some kind of need for you? That should tell you something, you know? Find a way to fill that need yourself without them. And then when you do, that's when you attract in someone that will be willing to help fulfill your needs instead of someone who's not. Um, all right. Let's pull on the imagination card. Imagination, pride, evidence. Those two came out together, so normally I pull two cards to clarify, but I'll pull a third one. Marionette. All right. So within your imagination, you end up in this fright and this withdrawal because of your pride, because of evidence of the past, of things that have happened in the past. But if you keep living in the past, then you're going to keep repeating the past, and then you become this puppet. This puppet. Now, with the knowledge of that, you can now transform what's going on within your imagination and look at it like, not that negative aspect of pride, not the ego, my ego's wounded, like the proud pride. Proud that you have this evidence of how you were controlled in the past. And now you can change that. Be proud of what you learned. If you're not learning, then you're going to stay this marionette, this puppet on a string. So if you are really listening to what I'm saying and it's resonating with you, that makes me so happy, because then you're going to be able to be proud of what it is that you've learned. And you'll be able to cut those fucking strings off. You know? Instead of being played with, you'll be able to go play and have a good time. At the bottom of the deck, we have disturbance. See, that's past trauma sitting on your shoulder, haunting you. That's what creates this disturbance. That's what starts talking in your ear and making your imagination go to that darker place. Again, look at this darker background. All right, we're going to pull on Fright now. Alliance, trust, honest, compatibility. Yeah, wasn't I talking about compatibility? Luck, jackpot. Oh man, luck, jackpot, fortune, reward. Ooh, see, the cards are getting brighter. See, when you use your imagination, you can bring this brightness to this darkness. So it's like trusting the evidence about what's keeping you a puppet on a string, because it's the fucking honest truth. That's what's going to bring you luck. That's what's going to bring you jackpot. It's what's going to bring you good fortune. It's what's going to change this for you. Let go of the idea that you're just like there's something wrong with you. Again, it's this compatibility, like you did something wrong and that's why you're not compatible. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. How compatibility works is basically the law of attraction. So it's like when you meet somebody and you guys are drawn and you keep connecting and hanging out, you're at maybe not the exact same frequency, but a similar enough frequency where you keep coming together. And what can happen is one of you may ascend in your frequency and raise your frequency, and one of you might stay at the same frequency. So then, like, the compatibility, it shifts. You're not compatible anymore. Compatibility changes because people are constantly changing. Their frequencies are constantly changing. That's why it's like if you're with somebody and once upon a time you were the perfect couple and suddenly things fall apart and it's like, what the hell happened? We were so perfect. Your frequencies changed. One of you evolved while the other one didn't. Or one of you lowered your frequency and is in a darker place and it shifts you away from each other. Either the person in the higher frequency wants to get away from the lower frequency person, or the person in the lower frequency feels even worse being around the person in the higher frequency because it feels uncomfortable because they can't match that. They can't match that. So then it makes them feel even more unworthy. We've got stress at the bottom of the deck. Headache, pressure, lack of sleep. That's what this fright energy does. It creates the stress. And the stress creates the fright. They go hand in hand. But you have to trust. You have to trust and believe. Believe that there's something more. But you're not gonna see that. At first you're gonna be blinded by the light. You need to adjust. All right, hold on. What's this withdrawal? Yeah, you gotta break this habit. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we've got disturbance again. Disturbance is creating the withdrawal. It's creating the fright. It's what's messing with your there's a child in the picture of imagination. You have to get in touch with your inner child in order to see things from a more optimistic perspective. All right, so you need to break away from this disturbance because it's creating withdrawal. So you need to withdraw from this. How do you pronounce this word? Indulgement? Indulgement? Persuasion, bribe, temptation. You have to avoid. Not avoid. You have to be brave in the face of temptation. Because you can't avoid it. It's going to be there. It's going to be in your face. That's what temptation does. It's in your face because it's wanting you to do it. It's wanting you to withdraw. This disturbance that's been sitting on your shoulders wants you withdrawn. It wants you to stay alone with it. Because that's what gives it power. Take this disturbance off your shoulder and look it in the face. See what it is. Why is it there? And then you can finally break this habit. And you won't be bribed or persuaded or tempted. And that's the fucking good news. That's the good news. That's the encouragement. That's the miracle. That's the surprise. You know, it's like when you first go outside and you're like blinded by the sun and then your eyes adjust and you can see and it's like, whoa, it's beautiful out today. I didn't know. It was kind of dark and gloomy inside. I came out, I was blinded, it was uncomfortable, but now that I've adjusted, this feels great. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So let me know how this resonates with you. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Definitely let me know. And let me know if you want more readings like this. Have a good one. Bye.